Everybody, welcome back to Vintage Story on the Rusty Gears server, Season 3, Episode 41 with me, Sid, and I've been doing a few things. Let's see, I've done a few things in here. You can't see anything right now. You still can't see anything right. Oh, there's some piping. Oh, yep, I've started. I haven't finished, but I have started putting in a piping system. This does nothing. It is just decorative, but I think it looks awesome. Thrown a few cobwebs in up there as well. I'm probably going to kind of bring this one around here, maybe bring it into this theme. We'll carry on up here. We'll do a little bit. It is going to largely depend on this. So I've started, and what I've got, if I just go, that was foolish. Right, where I've lost me? Okay, I've lost me all. I've lost me all. Up here, there is a hole which goes all the way down to here. And for some reason I blocked it. I need to build around that, but that is going to be where my windmill goes eventually. So yeah, that's the thing. This will hang on. Right, this wall here, I need 21 better crates for this. We're going to go with those. And I'm going to chisel a kind of a cover for them. I'm going to run it in the wall because we can. 21 should be enough for most of the ores and nuggets that we're collecting, which are over this way. I do love those pipes. I've got loads left, and I'm between episodes, and whenever I get the opportunity, I'm off ruin hunting. But all of this lot. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What copper? That will be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 potentially, 18, 19, and maybe even 20. And I'm on about 21 crates, so that's reasonable. We can handle that. I also need to eat. Now, last episode let's walk, behave. We created this area. I've since planted some papyrus in the area, and I've been doing a little bit of landscaping and working out over there. But over here, we planted this area. I've now added more bamboo, and I've resisted the urge to find out how much charcoal we have, because I thought it would be interesting to do together, or rather to harvest everything up in one foul swoop. Oh, right. So there is an issue. So it does. I thought it was 7 blocks from, but apparently. Okay. What I need to do then is I need to set the fire here on this block, which is going to be interesting. Again, I can do it. It's just a pain. Or I just bring it all back one and we learn our lesson. I had a similar problem when I made one that was way too big, and it just didn't burn everything over 7 blocks away from the ignition. So it's not going to be as good as it could have been, but we can fill our boots and enjoy ourselves. So let me quickly harvest this. We're not going to be doing much over here anyway, because this is essentially a complete project. The name of the project today is lumber storage. A lumber yard is what we're going to be doing, which is why I've cleared a nice big space off to the side of the causeway, because we're going to need a reasonable amount of space, because I think there are 13 different types of logs, possibly 14 if you include aged. We did a quick count last episode. So I'm going to quickly dig up this lot and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, not a bad yield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 and a third full stacks, which is what, 2, 5, 6, 5, 12, 1028, nearly 1100. Now what I will do is I'll just shorten this. That's I think the simplest and easiest solution. We'll shorten it by 1, and it makes it less of a chore to fill as well, so that's all beneficial. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. We are going to go and put our charcoal with the rest of our charcoal. We'll probably not need to run that again for weeks or months even, or ever. This is the thing with a big charcoal. I mean, I've already got 2,000, and now I've got 3,000. I think we're going to be pretty good for charcoal, which means that I can also keep on doing, is it 16, I think? I can keep on making coke. Because we are going to want some of that at some point, kind of just for the, hot requirement stuff. Boop. 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 I have been umming and ahhing because I did say that I was thinking about putting a cementation furnace in this section here, and I'm still thinking about it, because we don't actually need an open chimney, but I'm not 100% certain. It could change. Let's just go with it could change. Anyway, let us go down here and let me grab myself some sandstone of that variety for starters. We'll take you as well, because that's going to be part of the design, and I need some dirt. Thank you. Right, and then we're going to head out here. So I've got to move my bees down, and I have over here flattened out and prepared this area ready for beeification. Now over here we've got a different area. Now I've already filled most of this lake back in. I will just fill this bit in for now, although I do want to texture this, and what I have worked out is that this is going to be our gate, which is going to be like so, with a bit of that and a bit of that, and then we're going to have, so if this is the front, that's the back, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then let's do that, and then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think that is the extent of the perimeter from this side, and then we'll go that way. So a lot of this from here inwards can just be straight sand because it's spare landmass. And I'm going to need more because obviously I didn't bring a lot with me, but that's fine because what I wanted to do was 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if I was going there and going 1, 1, 2, yeah, so I do need to fill in this gap in the middle here as well, but just trying to get the extent of the walls right now. And I've done a bit of chiselling in dirt just because it's cheap medium to chisel in. So let me grab some sand and gravel. I'm going to do a bit of filling in, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, getting there. We have, I just need to hammer out some of this and replace it with sand, although some of it will get replaced by something else eventually anyway. Don't want to leave any of this rock on the surface. It's just doesn't look right to me when it's exposed like this. So we're going to take this out and replace it all with sand and gravel. I'm struggling a bit because at the moment I have a small black and white tuxedo cat. Well, small, medium sized. Of all the 3 cats, he is the medium sized one. And the queen is the smallest, and the new ginger Tom is the largest, and he is a proper chunky boy. He's got some proper meat about him, real beefy. But yeah, the MJ the Tux, the one that had the severe severe accident, which is, he's had a bit of a relapse actually. His back got a bit of an infection, so it's gone backwards and he's got a slightly bigger open wound. So a year on almost, he's still not healed. Anyway, got these things. I have chiseled a shape. It's not meant to be anything, it's just a shape. But what we can do is we can obviously pantograph and just get all of these changed over. Oh, I've got my desk back. He's moving. He's missing his mum actually because my as at the time I'm recording this, my wife and stepdaughter are in Egypt. They went 2 days ago for 2 weeks. I was originally due to go on this holiday, but I had plans for work that required me not to. Those plans have since not manifested because of things. So I was putting in the bid for next year's budget, and current budgetary controls are making it difficult to bid for virtually any work. It's part of what it is. without going into significant detail, the entire UK university sectors are suffering a little bit at the moment because there's a host of things that will not be connected. Well, I hope that won't be connected. But we're going to basically put a wall all the way around this compound, and we're just going to go with the materials that we have in abundance, living in the desert. There, and that one comes out. I could have gone one further out, but it would have made it a lot more difficult to get. I would have had to go one extra unit of 4 out rather than right, and then we do this. So we'll end up with a proper compound, and we can, put some lighting in and yada yada. I may even use oil lamps on the top of these ball things. That could be something we try. I may, that's an idea. I could even do it with red clay oil bowls, so they blend in rather than stand out. That might work. It doesn't need to be particularly brightly lit, it's just for effect really. And then we are going to need some, I think, oak for the log racks. Yeah, I think oak would be ideal. So, one compound running around the outside. We've got room for gates should we wish them. Next thing, seat. That pump, by the way, I'm carrying around because it was supposed to go into my forge, and then I couldn't. It doesn't actually connect up nicely to the pipes, believe it or not. It was thing. So I think I could probably, if I just put this down, you see you've got that. Now I think I could probably build a pipe that butts up to that. If I were to get that flush, because it is flush to the edge, I will just need to chisel, but I really do need a lot more of that corroded iron blocks, and the only place I can get that is in ruins, so there's a lot more exploration needed. Oak logs, that should be, I think, we take the boards as well, save me chopping those logs up if I don't need to. Right, so what are we going to do? Well, we're going to here. I should have got rid of them. Let me just put some of this. I didn't really need those anymore. I don't really need that, or that, or that, or that, or that. What I do need is 2, 3 different versions of this for now, and we are going to it's a shame I didn't go. I suppose I could bring it all back one. And then this will be the opposite. Right, chiseling time commence. a little bit of winging it. Oh, hang on. Let me start off with pantograph. And if I do that, then I can do that. And then I just need to put you in there. So that's just get rid of those dirt constructs. Be free, despawn. Then I want to go 1, 2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I want to bring these back. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 again. Hup, 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 even. And this is I mean, it's not rocket science in terms of chiseling. This is that with a gap of 3. And then on this one, and just knock that out. So that's the base, or the basis of the log racks. However, they're going to be a little bit more detailed than that. I am going to bring these right up to so they kind of spread in a little bit. Because then that will make more sense when I pull all of the other racks over one, won't it? Yeah. That's fine. It doesn't have to be, and I may put a little bit around the edges just to roughen it up a bit. But for the most part, let's get another 8 planks, and then we can, or we could get 13 planks. That works as well. And then this will break them away from the wall and give me movement around the inside as well. So, you know, all good. Boop, 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 boop. And boop. And I think we should be able to go. Something wrong there. Yeah, I see what I've done wrong. And that should have been there. And then you have a gap of 3 between them. You can't obviously walk there, but you can walk on this one. Then just copy these over. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. These want to come back anyway. I think those only got 4 in them. And this is why we measure. So I am going to work on getting these racks to be something more than just a poking up stand. And I'll be back in a moment. Alright, so that's 1. Now I just need to repeat that 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more times. I am probably going to need more oak, but not getting. I mean, I suppose I could do a little bit of fancy finagling here, perhaps, like that. That might just give it a semblance of having more structural stability than it currently has, which, you know, isn't. That's not right though. Chisel, bane of my life. In Minecraft and in Vintage Story, it's such a time sink, and I love it. I mean, that's nothing too fancy, but you know, it has got the advantage that, again, it just looks a little bit more solid on that. Anyway, I need to duplicate that across all of the bits and then start putting in these support beds, and then we can start looking at actually putting some logs into this storage and yeah, fly mode is your friend on this. Yeah, we can get some logs into this storage, and well, there's also not just the logs but the actual storage we need to do, because that is not as simple as just chucking a few blocks in. But yeah, anyway, let me get the rest of these done, and I will be. Oh, I didn't actually. Alright, that's interesting. Okay, yeah, I'll be back in a moment. Alright, we've made all of those. I'll make you suffer. Well, I need acacia. I don't have any, and if I'm going to have logs of all types, I need to make sure that I've got them all. So acacia, I need to go to the Southlands, and while I am there, while I'm coming back up to spawn, I might as well avail myself of the kilns to cook up these these fire clay bowls, which hopefully will blend in nicely with those peculiar things I've made for oil lamps. And they should be a nice soft glow, which is kind of what I'm aiming for here. I don't want it to be overly bright. It's not like that area is an area that I'm going to be hovering around a lot at night, and if I do go in at night, I've got my own light source on me. So yeah, anyway, gonna get a batch of 8 of these going, and then we'll wait for that, and we'll also go and get some, pardon you Mr. Bear, we'll go and get some kapok. Not kapok, acacia. I've got kapok. I have got a slight dilemma that I have a certain amount of purple heart, not a lot, about 32 logs, and I'm not sure whether I want to waste them on. I suppose it's not. It's not impossible to find. It's just difficult to find. So yeah, I suppose let's just do that now. I suppose it's just a straightforward job to find some more. So let's not beat around the bush. And I'm not going to use a huge amount of purple hearts. So having a rack with a big old barrel type of storage is in some ways a bit crazy. Anyway, I'll be back in a moment. All right, we are back. It's late and we're going to start here, and I've got some acacia. I also have these bowls which we will investigate in a moment. I really could use something to act as a barrier block, or I only need, I suppose it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to go like this. Then we'll pop those on there. That one will go like so. Now, when I've done this before in Minecraft, I've varied the lengths of the logs somewhat. Now this is going to be the block that matters. However, what we're going to do on this one is we are going to also just maybe not that one. We'll do a little bit of variation, but what we're going to do is we're going to chisel these to make it so they are different. For that I am going to need my planer. And we'll just squitch a little bit of that off. I'll take you that way, and then we'll do similar over here. Yeah, that actually does not want to. Yeah, that wants to go that way, doesn't it? And I'm going to need to make myself a new hand planer. This is I was going to say it's only got 287 durability, so that's not too bad. Now, I think I may have cocked. Yeah, it doesn't even take those for. Oh. Okay, that's annoying because it means I've got to go back and make normal balls. I can get a few going, and then we can throw a few of these around here. chuck the rest in. If we take that, that gives me a whole bunch. That's which is, you know, a technical term. That becomes our eating bowl for when we finally break open the that one. We'll take you and we will make, I think 14 is going to be a good starting point. Just a shame that I was hoping that you could now the only option that I see currently is to make glazed pots, glazed bowls, where then that becomes an option for you. But whilst 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I need 6 more. Whilst my objective is to get into the ceramics side of things, not least of which, and there is a reason, I mean there are several reasons, but one of the reasons is I actually used to do pottery. I did it at college, originally at college. Oh, there's one, yeah, there we go. So that, I mean, they look a little bit odd, but that's fine. So we've got acacia and then we've got aged, but let's get, let's go and do the other bit we need to do, which is, what I would like to do is take that, and I'm going to need my saw, I'm going to need you, that's all fine, we've got acacia. I'm going to leave the oak behind, if I can find a section of oak, and I'm going to take some, I can find it, aged, because that's, if we look at logs, we have aged, we have acacia, and then the next thing after that is going to be bald cypress followed by birch. Okay, so again, just alphabetical order. Is it necessary? No, of course not. However, when we come to doing redwood, I am not going to be using these logs. I am going to be using the round ones, or at least I think that's the case. Well, only because we will only have one one storage vessel in each of these configured lumps, so I can't do 2 different varieties of log, but that's fine. And what we'll do is pop you out, that one can come out, that one goes in, and we'll pop all 3 of those out. So then what we're going to do is we are going to chop the U up into blankage. We're going to make 16 chests, and those are going to, right, let me just double check the no, I just need the single-sided crate. Yeah, so it's chest in the middle, that, and that. And that should give me a bunch of these, which we shall place one of those there, and one of those there. However, and this is where I hope this works and looks quite good, we're going to stick a bloody great big log in front of it, and similarly here we're going to stick a bloody great big log in front of that. And then we're going to go and get start off with the planer, I suppose. We're going to take you back, maybe to there, this one. To there, and we'll, while we've got the planer out, we might as well and then that can go that way a little bit and down again, just to get the variety, because these logs are never going to get used. These are just decoration, which are the best kind of logs. And then we need a hammer, hammer, and we're going to come over here and we are going to we'll start off, I think, with a fairly big hole in the log. And then we'll take the acacia and I think we can probably get away with do we want to and then we could even do that just to get rid of that so you get the idea. We can, and then up here we'll do something similar with and then we get the aged logs, throw those in and just get that there. And that's the storage for each log type as we go down. So I think we said bald cypress, then birch. So I am going to work on these and I'll be back in a bit. Alright, I'm conscious of time and I'm also conscious of, well, progress. For starters, my hand planers broke, so I need to make a new one of those. I have been around, so we've now got aged logs, we've got acacia, we've got bald cypress, we've got some birch, not a huge amount, we have ebony, we have kapok, and these are all done. Now over here I do not have larch, but I do have some maple, I've got pine, I've got oak, purple heart, redwood, the logs, not the quarter logs, and walnut, and then we have a spare rack up there which I may use for bamboo, and I may not, we'll see. So in terms of what I plan to do next, obviously I want to finish these off. Over here I have just planted all of my odd little seeds. So that's a larch seed, larch seed, larch, they had about 9 larch seeds. That's a larch, that is larch, that one is larch, that is ebony. I think I've got some more ebony over this way, and then right out there's an ebony, that is purple heart and purple heart. So we'll at least get some more wood to build that up, but obviously I can't do that overnight. I've got to wait for those trees to grow and all the other stuff. So you know, that is a thing, unfortunately. As I say, I need to make myself a new hand planer. I need to sort myself out in quite a few ways, to be honest. Let's not beat around the bush here. There's that and that can go, and they can go back into the correct places. Interesting. Can't put that on my back. It did crash out earlier as well, but anyway, let's just pop. Well, we'll just go and put this away. So I will make myself my missing tools. We'll work out why I can't put things on my back anymore, and the idea is here, I think, and either here or is a L-shaped building there. We're going to have a sawmill. As I said before, it doesn't actually do anything. It's just a decorative thing. And over here we'll probably have a shed with some chests to cope with all of the miscellaneous little bits and pieces of wood that I have got. In addition to all of those, there's still, that's all firewood as far as I'm concerned. That though, these are the items that we need to keep, and then obviously there's a whole load of stuff in here, which, well, there's a K-pot log for example, but there's these carved blocks which I really must come up with a use for, because they sound and look pretty impressive. So maybe that's something we should be doing. Oh, hang on, what else we got? We got more. Yeah, more of those. So we've got a little bit of K-pop there, and then it's just a matter of running through and finding all of the miscellaneous bits and pieces of loggage that I have got in a variety of places throughout the storage, which will allow me to rationalise. We've got stacked bamboo, so that is something we could go with, and I've got bamboo saplings. They are, by all accounts, very easy to grow and farm. But I think on that note, we are going to call this one an episode. Missed some loggage there as well. I mean, I've got a goodly supply of firewood, so that's all nice. And there's more debarked stuff there. That's an aged log. That's a K-pot. That's some more debarked oak, and more of that carved stuff. And then I think that's that one empty. And then over here, yeah, we're there. So clearing out all of these, basically getting this storage system to a point where we can really make it work for us. But that's the K-pop, so we'll and what did we have? Aged. So yeah, I think we'll come around like that, and Alt F12. We'll continue this hopefully next episode, but you know, if not, if the logs aren't growing or whatever, then you know, we'll see how we go and go for another episode. But on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.